Hello viewers, welcome back to Colex TV, your go-to channel for everything happening across Nigeria. Before we start, if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our updates.
Nigerian army reportedly fires on protesters in Adamawa, causing deaths. Soldiers allegedly opened fire on women protesting in Lamurde, Adamawa State, killing 9 and injuring 10. Witnesses say the shooting followed a blockade of the protesters' path. The military denies responsibility, blaming local militias instead, while Amnesty International condemned the incident and called for a full investigation. Hundreds of abducted children from Papiri School reunited with their families. Several children abducted from a Catholic school in Papiri were released and reunited with parents. The abduction, which saw more than 300 students and staff taken, has renewed concerns about the safety of school children, though many remain missing. Stock market plunges. Nigeria loses $311 billion in a single day. Driven by widespread profit-taking, Nigeria's equities market recorded a major drop, losing $311 billion in one trading session. The slump underscores ongoing volatility in the financial markets amid economic uncertainty. Optimus AI Labs launches next-gen AI services for Nigeria's financial sector. Optimus AI Labs unveiled a new suite of artificial intelligence services targeting Nigeria's financial services industry. The offerings, recently announced by CEO Mr. Lanre Basamta, are aimed at improving efficiency, risk management, and innovation in banking and fintech. Adeleke's second-term bid and defection. Adeleke has formally joined Accord Party after resigning from People's Democratic Party (PDP), paving the way for his re-election run in 2026. The decision was driven by internal leadership crisis in PDP. His camp and state government say there is no right-thinking person who would advise him to contest a second term under a party in disarray. According to his announcement, he picked Accord Party as the thumbs-up platform to continue governance efforts, citing welfare of citizens and workers as core motivations. The timing was also strategic. Though he resigned in November, he waited to publicly unveil the switch until after PDP's national convention, reportedly to avoid controversy. Fubara defects to APC. Fubara officially left the PDP and defected to the APC on 9 December 2025 at a stakeholders meeting held at the Government House in Port Harcourt. His defection came just days after a mass defection of 17 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, including the Speaker from PDP to APC, a shift that already tilted the legislative balance. Fubara said he made the move so we can give full support to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and align more closely with the ruling party at the center.
But the most interesting part of the meeting is that what you all have been waiting for, what you've been asking me, the signal has finally arrived. We have the full support, we have a positive nod to live where we are because we didn't get any protection. To go to where the reason why we are still standing is because of that place. And the truth is, without Mr. President, there won't be any His Excellency. It would have been former. So we have every reason, because the truth, let nobody be fooled in this state. We have the people, we have President is to support him. And we cannot support Mr. President in isolation. And we can't support Mr. President if we don't fully identify with him, not backyard support.
Trump told reporters that Ukraine is losing the war and said its leader, Volodymyr Zelensky, must start accepting things. He set a deadline until Christmas for acceptance of a proposed peace deal. The peace plan, reportedly crafted by the U.S., would require Ukraine to make significant concessions, including territorial compromises and limits on its military capability. Ukrainian leaders and many European allies have rejected the plan, stating that it demands surrender of territory and undermines Ukraine's sovereignty. Ukrainian President Zelensky described the moment as one of the most difficult in Ukraine's history. The proposed peace framework reportedly reflects many of Russia's demands, which critics argue amounts to capitulation rather than a fair negotiation. Accepting the deal could mean losing control over regions like the contested Donbass and would likely limit Ukraine's future ability to join Western alliances, e.g. NATO. Rejecting the deal keeps the war going, meaning ongoing loss of life, more destruction, and continued instability for Ukraine and Europe. The dilemma reflects a tougher strategic and moral decision for Kyiv: defend sovereignty but face heavy losses, or accept a painful compromise for some peace or security guarantees.
Which country right now is in the stronger negotiating position?
Well, there can be no question about it. It's Russia. It's a much bigger country.
You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying.
Mr. Trump's position has not changed much in the last 8 months. He still sounds frustrated with the Ukrainian leader, who he says needs to start accepting American proposals as Russia is winning the war.
Because Russia has the upper hand, and they always did. They're much bigger. They're much stronger in that sense. I give Ukraine I give the people of Ukraine and the military of Ukraine tremendous credit for the, bravery and for the fighting and all of that. But, at some point, size will win generally.
Thank you very much. See you again.
President Zelensky was in Italy today meeting the Pope as he's working to rally support around Europe. Responding to Donald Trump's accusation that he's using the war to avoid an election, he said he could hold a new vote, and he will soon respond to the latest US peace proposals. President Trump was dismissive of European efforts to try to resolve the war in Ukraine and of how they govern their own countries, claiming that without a change in border policies, some of their nations will not be viable any longer.
But most European nations, they're decaying. They're decaying.
You can imagine some leaders in Europe are a little freaked out by what your posture is, and European.
No, they should be freaked out by what they're doing to their countries. They're destroying their countries.
Well, European Council President.
And they're people I like. Look, they're people I like. I get along with them. You know that. But they can't let this happen, and it gets to a point where you can't really correct it.
Inflammatory rhetoric from President Trump is nothing new. It can be a mistake to just dismiss it as bluster. He may not be very diplomatic, but he is telling us exactly what he thinks.
That's all for today's news roundup from Colex TV. If you enjoyed these updates, subscribe to our channel for daily highlights, analysis, and exclusive behind-the-scenes sports stories and news from around the globe. Thanks for watching.